Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Primrose. I'm a PhD student at the University of Cape Town in South Africa, and the purpose of this channel is to share academic tips and research advice based on my personal experiences as well as information that I get from my networks. So I created this channel about 2 months ago and have so far posted 2 episodes. I hope that I'll be able to generate more content as time goes on. I was taking a healthy break over the month of December. I'm so glad I took one. I'm back with a bit of more energy, and I hope that we will all have a prosperous 2020. So today's episode is especially dedicated to what in South Africa we call freshers. Freshers being first-year university students, usually those that are fresh out of high school, but it also includes mature students, people that have worked, people that have taken gap years, and so forth and so forth. So number one, I think it is important at this stage to already know what you want to study. For you to enter into university space, it definitely means that you got accepted. Congratulations on that. And regardless of the type of university you've entered into, trust me, you are going to do great, and you are part of a small percentage of people that have made it to that level of university. So you need to count your blessings and remember that you are only as excellent as your most recent work. So even if you got distinctions, all distinctions in your high school grades, you need to continue to up your game. Maintain that standard. If you got lower grades, it's even an opportunity to prove that you can do better, because university gives you a fresh new start. So let's get back to the main thing. I said you need to know what you want to study. So for example, myself, I did a Bachelor of Social Science general degree. Popularly in most universities, when you go to the Faculty of Humanities, you get a Bachelor of Arts degree. So my university offers both a Bachelor of Arts and a Bachelor of Social Science. But anyway, for humanities students, there's always a lot of majors to take on. And if you come to a university like the University of Cape Town, where you're required to do at least 2 majors, and at most I think 3, you can also take 4 if you're overambitious. You need to know the kind of majors you want to take up. So my first love was international relations. I knew I was going to study that. I needed to pick a second major. Upon the advice of my father, I took public administration as a second major, and because I had an interest in human rights issues that were centered on the plight of women, I decided to do gender studies as a third major. But that decision only came, I think, towards the end of my first year. So the good advantage is to say that I knew what I wanted. You always have to try and look at what is available in your faculty handbooks and skim through the majors, skim through the content descriptions to see if you would like to pursue those options. So this is an example of a faculty handbook. This one is from the Faculty of Humanities at the University of Cape Town. It's in 2019 edition. And like most books, it does have a table of contents which will refer to particular areas you want to look at. I'm not too sure about how to zoom in. Okay, so for example, Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Social Science, the types of programs are listed there, and that's where you will find the course descriptions. So you will find that there are some specialized programs like music, fine art, social work, the Bachelor of Social Science in Philosophy, Politics and Economics, but then BA and BSOC-Sci are called regular programs of study. So let's move to page 25 and 26. 25, 26. You will get a better idea of how many courses you are meant to be taking in what year and what semester, which is pretty much a curriculum structure. They do offer you forms where you can draft your
first year schedule. That's 8 semester courses. You can do 4 in each semester. Some students have, some people do 5 courses in one, 3 in the other, but it's not advisable. Just do 4 in your first year. And then, okay, you will go for information sessions where they give you more information on these degree programs. I'm just struggling with my Zoom here, but so there's guidance on how many majors you can pick. Here you see the actual list of majors in alphabetical order, from which you can pick at least two, up to 3 majors. It's not very clear, but it tells you here what qualifies as majors for Bachelor of Arts, here as majors for Bachelor of Social Science, and you are allowed to take majors from either BA or BSOC side, that's Bachelor of Social Science. Also here, there are majors that some students can take from other departments. So you can do like politics with environmental and geographical science. I don't know if there's anyone who can do like literature and geology or literature and informatics, but it's quite interesting. Some students have enough high school exit grades to do that. So they actually tell you what you might need as prerequisites are the points you need from your previous qualification or previous academic year to enter the next. And there are some majors that are not allowed, like you can't do French and business French as majors or sociology and industrial sociology as majors. That's just being lazy. Yes, that's pretty much it. This also refers to some students enter university in what we call the extended degree program. It depends on each faculty. So instead of taking the, let's say, stipulated minimum 3 years for each program, the extended program is already structured to be done in like 4 years minimum, etc, or 5 years depending on the faculty. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Handbook for 2019. You should be able to attain yours online at the moment, or you can retrieve it during orientation week, and they have them at registration.
So what to do if you don't know what you want to study? I think it's a bit difficult to say at this stage. I can give you my email address so that we can converse free of charge. I am an academic consultant, and I'm offering this opportunity to matric graduates and those that are hoping to go into university to approach me to give them free curriculum advice. Also, on that note, some universities do have curriculum advisors. Make sure that you sit with them and discuss your options in terms of what majors you can take, the subjects you can register for, and interesting electives that you can just add to the mix of your majors. Some of you might have entered into fixed degree programs like PPE, which is Politics, Philosophy and Economics. You don't really have much of an option, I think, in terms of how to navigate exploring other courses. You might have been accepted for degrees, for example, like medicine. I'm not familiar with most faculties, like Faculty of Science, Faculty of Commerce, but I think that if you've entered into a fixed degree program, then you're pretty much stuck with it. See to it that you engage with all the content in your first year. If there's areas that you think are very challenging or you realize that it's not cut out for you, then you have to start reconsidering your majors or the faculty you chose, degree programs and whatnot. And also, it's very normal to do so. Not every student does, but if you end up in that boat, just sail with it. It happens. Now, in addition to having to know what you want to study, university comes with a lot of freedom. Especially for most of you that were living at home or you were in a strict boarding house. You are super excited about entering university. Congratulations, you've made it thus far. You've got your life in your hands, literally, you do. But there are many things to consider. One of the freedoms that you get in university is you get to choose your friends, because your mom is not going to be there to police who you're going to be chilling with. Your auntie is not going to complain about that guy you seem to be hanging out with every now and again. But it doesn't mean that you should make the worst of mistakes. Be a principled person, know what you want, and don't compromise your standards, because you end up with the wrong company, trying out the wrong stuff. And I always say to people, you don't have to always learn from your own mistakes. By the time you've reached final years of high school, you've learned from other people's mishaps. Perhaps some people ended up getting pregnant, some people ended up overdosing, you've watched people dying because of risky behavior. Stay away from it. Yes, you're in university, but it doesn't mean you have to go crushing your head over because you're overspeeding when you didn't need to. It doesn't mean that you have to engage in the wildest explicit stuff without trying to protect yourself. You only have one life, and if it's gone, you are gone. We will cry and miss you, but there's nothing much you can do. Also, coming with choice is the idea of being overwhelmed, because I personally think freedom requires discipline. Freedom requires discipline. You need to have good time management skills. You need to know what you are prioritizing. You need to apply general rules of self-care. So general rules of self-care, time management, as well as prioritization. Prioritize your degree. That's what you came for in the first place. Anything else comes next. Be it a side job, be it that you found someone to date, be it that you're hanging out with a cool group of friends. I'm not sure about anything else that could occupy you, but your degree comes first. Even if you are an extreme church goer, if you're playing drums for 12 hours a day instead of doing your studies, you are doing the wrong thing. You're not prioritizing. That's why I say time management. See to it what activities you want to do and allocate time well. I won't be the one to say allocate so many hours to hang out with your friends or whatnot, but just try and see to it that whatever you do, school comes first. That's the most I can say. And then what do I mean by general self-care? So university can be overwhelming. So you might end up overstudying, you might end up oversleeping because you're stressed, you might end up crying a lot, you might end up thinking a lot because you're stressed, you might end up not bathing because all of a sudden you have the freedom of not being told to go wash your body. You might overdo exercising, sports, or whatnot. Whenever you monitor yourself and you see that something is going wrong, try and take a step back and find remedies, especially natural solutions. If you're overeating, start eating less. If you're over-exercising, reduce on the hours of exercising, etc., etc. So that's one of the things that is very important in terms of managing yourself. Self-care, it is very important because that's what got me this far. Tell me, do I look 28? People say PhD students look all old and whatnot, scruffy. No. We don't have to maintain that stereotype. Do you look fresh, look nice, take care of yourself, and you will be that glowing 20-something-year-old PhD student, that glowing 20-something-year-old professional, that glowing entrepreneur, and whatnot in future. So I wish you all the best with that. So I've spoken about knowing what you want to study. I've also spoken about handling your freedom. And number 3, in Shona, which is my home language, we have what we call Kosiana Kwehupeni. I think the literal meaning is to say that no lives are equal. One of my high school resident superintendents used to say, look at those 5 fingers. Normally, none of them are the same size. The same stands for human beings. You are going to enter into a space where some people drive Ferraris to school. Well, at my university, people do. You will enter a space where some people came from a small town, a village, a township, the suburbs. You will meet people from different countries, different cultural contexts, people that speak English as their 50th language, people that speak English as their first language, like they roll their tongues the whole time. And you are going to meet people that live lavish lives. You're going to meet people that are simplistic, like myself. You are going to meet people that have loads of cash. You're going to meet people with little, people with nothing except the fees that was paid. Stay true to yourself. Don't be intimidated by anyone because of what they have or what they're wearing. I'm not too sure about other university spaces, but in particular where I study, University of Cape Town, it's situated in a very diverse city. So people could dress like anything. When I say anything, I mean literally anything. So there's not much judgment in terms of, oh, look at the shirt, look at the pants. Of course, people talk here and there, but block it. Close your ears. Did you come here for a fashion show? No. Did you come here to compete with other people's levels? No. You came here to chase what you love, hopefully. You came here to get that degree. You can get that degree, and when you're wearing that gown, of which all the gowns are the same, by the way, no one will know that you're wearing just t-shirts and jeans to class like I was doing myself. Nothing against people that dress in a flashy way, nothing against people that drive fancy cars to university. Great, good for you. That's nice. But also one more thing, don't look down upon anyone. Don't let yourself be consumed by a superiority complex. We are all equal at the end of the day because we are human beings, and I believe that we all excrete the same stuff. Regardless of what you've eaten, bread, macaroni, or whatever. So humble yourself. And even if you're from a person who is from a background that is, we call it less privileged, I'm not really good with these terms. You don't have to have a low self-esteem. Look here, you made it to the same place as that person. So why are you belittling yourself? If you want to be a group leader for a presentation, so be it. Put yourself forward. You understand? No one here is a princess. No one brought their kingdom here, even if they are a king's daughter or whatnot. You are all equal. So make it worth it. You all have student numbers. You all paid, I'm sure, the same fees. The difference is the sources of the funds and whatnot. So make it worth the while. Stop comparing yourselves. The same way you try and manage Instagram pressure, Twitter pressure, Facebook pressure, WhatsApp pressure, hoping that you actually manage that. Block out everything. Block out the comparisons. And if you see that some people seem to be hating on you because you're who you are, please walk away. Shut your ears to what they say. Shut your eyes to what you see from them and focus on your studies. That's why you came to university in the first place. Wow, so I was in my first year of university in 2012. That's way back. So I came from a fairly good high school background. I went to an international school for the last 3 years of high school. That was in Lesotho, but I'm originally from Zimbabwe and I had gone through the public school system. So I pretty much had the experience of not being viewed as, wow, the cream de la cream when it comes to money. And I had now gone to an international school where I still had this middle class background, but I was engaging with students from the upper class. Fortunately, my school also had scholarships for people that were not from the high class suburbs. So I also got to interact with some students who coming from the villages but had entered into this international school space. So I think it really prepared me for the University of Cape Town. It prepared me for dealing with diversity. It prepared me with having the self-confidence to actually carry myself in this new community and claim my own identity, stay true to myself and never change who I am. I do believe that if you talk to someone who knows me from way back, they'll tell you that I've pretty much never changed. Change also happens. I think we should always aspire towards new things in life. Also, don't be shy to get out of your shell, you know. We come in different shells I think personally, for example, I was still gaining self-confidence in terms of my oratory skills. I was still gaining self-confidence in terms of how I do academic presentations, how I tackle academic questions and whatnot. So that shell came out. I've seen people coming out from different shells. People that speak about their experiences in terms of claiming their sexual identities, people finding their academic identities, saying I didn't really want to go to law school, that's why I've now turned to, for example, engineering, and so forth and so forth. People that literally say, well, I discovered academics are not for me, and they move on to technical colleges, or they move into entrepreneurship and whatnot. So if you see that you came in some kind of shell, and let's take it off, take it off, take it off, take it off. Other shells include being closed up. People come with so many stereotypes. I've heard boys who speak about how I'm a Zulu man, no woman talks to me like that. I've heard people talk about, oh well, I come from a Christian background, I don't believe in liberalism. Yeah, okay, it's fine, but see what's going on. And if there's good things you can take out of it, take it. Remove that shell, push it up. It won't really hurt. But like I said in the beginning, stay true to yourself. But if there's things that are good, take them on. Like I used to be a very conservative person, but here I am with the YouTube channel because I found it necessary. So get out of those shells, get out of those closets. I don't know what else. If you're from Zimbabwe, some of you come by plane. I don't know if anyone comes by train, but I personally came by bus. So I took a road trip from Harare to Joburg, from Johannesburg to Cape Town, which is almost 3 days. Yeah, quite hectic, but you know, had to do it. Anyone who's taking that journey, thumbs up to you. Wishing you God's strength. And please make sure you've read all the emails from the universities concerning orientation week, concerning fees payment, amongst other things. Your email is one site that you need to refer to regularly, because our UCT, what we call Vula system, which is the student sort of like site, is always linked to your mail, especially your UCT email, where you get your course updates, deadlines and whatnot. I'll speak more about deadlines, planning, tests, writing essays and whatnot in future blogs, but for now I think I've overwhelmed you. Please enjoy orientation week, make new friends. I came to university not knowing anyone else from anywhere, so first I was moving about with myself. I take a long time to acclimatize. I can literally take a year to make new friends, but I had friends by the end of the first month. So make new friends, and friends doesn't have to mean people that you're going to be telling secrets. You can make new friends from each course, like a sociology friend, friends from your politics class, friends from residence and whatnot. Explore. You've got time. You're here for what, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years? Yeah. Have fun. Wishing you all a prosperous 2020 once again. Please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and if you need my advice, you can email me at pzjbimha@gmail.com. That's pzjbima@gmail.com. Thank you so much.